Well, folks, the champagne is stuck on ice. That's right, Rovers. Despite not losing today, we ultimately did not win. That's right. A roller coaster of emotions of a day for Blackburn Rovers at a point during the last 90 minutes. We were in the playoffs. We won it up, and it all looked well. And in fact, for the most part, the results went our way. Coventry did win. That was kind of semi-expected. Bristol City did not win. That's right. And in fact, looking at the whole spectrum, it just didn't work out for Rovers. Neither Preston nor Derby went down, which of course would have sweetened this sour note in my mouth. But we didn't lose. 1-1 in the end. I think we were a little hard done by in the end. I think the equalising goal from Ahmedovich or whatever was dubious. Possible offside call on that one. Rovers took the lead. Yuki Ohashi, second half, on the 60th minute, something like that. But it wasn't, we were only in front for a minuscule moment. And then Derby on the fucking brain here. Derby on the brain. Then Sheffield United equalised. So... and they could have, and probably should have taken the lead. But I think Rovers had a lot of opportunities. Todd Cantwell, 2 or 3 shouts for a penalty, but ultimately nothing given. So hey ho, away we go. We're in the Championship club next season. And we go again. With Big Val on the helm. Of course, it's going to be the first transfer window for Big Val, and see what kind of players we come in here. I'm expecting a bit of a rotation for the team. Some indication of some players today that weren't up to speed. Cargbo, definitely a project. More of a cameo from the bench, to be honest with you. He's not a starter in my eyes. He's got the pace to cause some problems, but his touch needs work. And hopefully that will be done, or at least tackled somewhat over the summer. Dennis, get rid of him. Waste of money. If we can get him on $5,000 a week, then yeah. But whatever he's on right now, forget it. He's not committed. It just doesn't feel like a good fit. Cully Woodrow, useless as well. Unfortunately, he's not going to. Just get rid of some of these short-term bad boys and just have the fighters back. We want Danny Bart back. We want Andreas Wyman back. There is a small argument you want Forshaw back as well to add a little bit more midfield option. But it's the hope that kills you being a Blackburn Rovers fan. We didn't lose. We didn't win. We were in for a minute. But then that ultimately, the cream rose to the top. And of course, Rovers were just the best of the rest. We're 7th. But let's take a little global bird's eye view of this for a moment. Where were we at the start of the season? Everybody writing us off for relegation. There was, of course, the fear of us losing Sam Smodic to Ipswich Town and not really investing in or not putting more money back into the club or buying suitable replacements. So to finish 7th when everybody and their mother was predicting us to go down is a tremendous season. Yes, a lot of that credit goes to John Eustace and the work he did, make us defensively sound at the back. But, of course, Big Val coming in here, he had to try to get some morale out of this club here, get them back on track. It took a while. It took a long, long while. But we end the season unbeaten in 6 games now. 4 wins, 2 draws in the last 6 games for Big Val. So a good, positive way to end the season, despite falling short in the end. The Rovers content will dry up a little bit. Of course, the games are done and dusted, but a chance to recoup, revisit, and keep an eye on the transfer developments. New contracts will be announced very, very soon. But it's over. The season's over. And I'm glad it's over in a way, because it's been a heart-wrenching one. But I am deep down excited for what's happening next season. Big Val's in charge. I think we're going to see a different kind of Blackburn Rovers next season, a front-footed Blackburn Rovers. And for that to happen, a lot of change needs to happen in the changing room, and that means certain players who we may love and hold dear to our heart will have to go, and some, of course, will be brought in, and we might not like them. There might be a player that we may have had, dealings with in the past. But hey, it's over. It's ended on a bit of a damp squib, but it was dreamland, if we were going to be completely honest with you, in the end. So we'll go again next season under Big Val. Hopefully the players get a good long break over summer, recharge the batteries, and go again. You guys were absolutely amazing. Subscribe if you are new, and of course hit the old thumbs up on the way out. Even the lucky shirt got us a goal, but until then, I'm done.